Picture yourself eating a meal with your family about 40 years ago. Chances are you would all be sitting around the table, eating, passing food, and carrying on a conversation with family members. Food was most likely prepared by either parent who had time to take out of their schedule in order to cook the meal and prepare the food. This whole process could take anywhere from an hour to 3 hours depending on what was being cooked and how long the meal took to consume. If we flash forward to today and picture meals which are being prepared in the present, we will find that they are very different from the meals of the past. Gone are the days that people spent time to eat and talk to family members during meals. The so-called slow food cooking style has given way to a new fast food environment. The slow food movement started around the mid-1980s and was founded by Carlo Petrini, a well-known food and wine writer from Italy. He developed this movement in response to the introduction in Italy of American-style fast food restaurant chains. Petrini believed that with the introduction of fast food to Italy, it would cause traditional slow foods to be pushed aside and eventually become extinct. He wanted to preserve the pleasures of slowness and point out his opposition to fast life. Since the introduction of this idea, it has taken off across 83 countries in Europe. Petrini managed to tie the movement in with business and politics, especially in Italy. For example, there are many books and travel guides that have been published which refer to traditionally slow foods that are available in Italy. Also, the movement lobbies the European Union on agriculture and trade policy. This ensures that the tradition and history of the food will be preserved for many years to come. There are many aspects which have come to define the slow food movement. One in particular is how the food is prepared and the time it takes to do so. Most slow food takes anywhere from 30 minutes to over an hour to prepare. There are also many different aspects to the slow food that is cooked. For example, there may be more than one course, or the course that is cooked may have many side dishes which accompany it. Slow food can also take upwards of an hour to eat, especially if it is enjoyed with family members and is part of a multi-course meal. The texture, appearance, and setting of where the slow food is consumed is also unique. Slow food is traditionally healthier and more wholesome. With the slow food, one may find it to be much more colorful when compared to fast food. Also, slow food touches on many different food groups such as vegetables, fruit, poultry, all in one meal. Slow food is also consumed in a much more relaxed and easygoing setting. In the home, it is usually consumed around the dining room table or kitchen table with families present. Everyone passes food and carries on a conversation. In restaurants which serve slow food, the atmosphere is similar. The lights are usually kept dim and the mood is relaxed. Voices can be heard, but the talk is usually kept at a low volume. The tables are usually elegant and the scenery may include plants and pictures which contribute to the relaxed and laid-back feeling that one gets when consuming slow food. When taking a look at the fast food movement, we too must take a look at how the food is prepared and the time it takes to cook. In many fast food cases, the food is usually prepared in less than 30 minutes and is cooked in bulk as opposed to an on-order basis. As the order comes in, the already cooked food is assembled with the correct toppings or parameters which were established by the person who placed the order. The food is then packaged up and placed in a bag within a mere 5 minutes of placing the order. Fast food then takes usually no more than 15 minutes to consume, even if one is sitting with family or friends. The appearance of fast food is usually very plain and less colorful than the slow food. The majority of fast food is unhealthy and does not contain as many of the food groups as slow food does. Fast food is usually consumed in a more upbeat and fast-paced setting. At home, people may eat on the couch or on TV trays rather than at the dining room table. If eating in the actual fast food restaurant, one will observe differences from a slow food restaurant setting. The lights are usually much brighter in the fast food restaurant. Tables are usually monochromatic and lack a traditional tablecloth. There are also usually no plants or pictures which set the mood. Usually, there are windows which give an outside view towards the busy highways and streets which most fast food restaurants are built upon. People may be talking loudly inside and children may be running around. This poses for a much faster-paced eating environment that most people have become accustomed to eating in. It is very unlikely that individuals go through a month without eating at a fast food restaurant chain such as McDonald's or Wendy's. Some people eat fast food every day or multiple times a week. With the emergence and popularity of fast food, certain slow foods have become endangered. There are many outside factors which contribute to why fast foods have been pushed upon people and are becoming increasingly popular by the day. Society is becoming much more fast-paced. The way people talk, move, work, etc. is becoming faster than in previous years. Economic times of the country also factor in as well. Many times both parents must work in order to make a living and sustain a family. Often, work takes up much of their time, and the workday may be extended past the normal 9 to 5 hours that people are traditionally used to. This means that people have little or no time to cook a slow food meal. Instead, it is much easier to go to a fast food restaurant and pick up something in order to eat in a minimal amount of time. Another contributing factor is the fact that people are busier and there is a difference of schedule. In past years, family members would make sure that they were home to eat together and enjoy a meal together. In present times, many family members are on different schedules and have activities which cause them to be pressed for time. It becomes much more difficult for the whole family to sit down and enjoy a meal together without any time restrictions. A final contributing factor is that many people simply cannot cook or are not willing to learn how to do so. They have not taken lessons from family members that know how to do so. Therefore, the cooking techniques of past generations have not been passed down because of the unwillingness to cook. It is within this concept that slow foods run the risk of becoming extinct and individuals are instead pushed towards fast foods. The slow food movement has many aspects to it which people have come to cherish and preserve. There are still many people around the world which hold traditional Sunday meals and gather the family together at least once a week to sit down and enjoy a home-cooked meal together. In many cases, however, times have changed and the fast-paced external factors have caused people to be pushed towards fast food. People are on the go much more often and have little or no time to relax to enjoy a meal. Instead, eating is taken for granted nowadays, whereas in the past it was something to appreciate and be grateful for. It is the choice of the individual which will determine whether slow foods become extinct or continue to be a part of their lives.